Welcome back once again to the dojo, y'all. I'm glad you can make it. I'm feeling good today, and I want to share these feelings with you. All right, so I'm going to do something. It's something I want to do, and it's because not only because I have to, but because I need to. I need to. What am I talking about? Hawks that say, "What are you talking about?" I'm talking about smoking weed. Because I am not currently working, I need to stop smoking weed. And today is my first day of stopping smoking weed. Yay! Congratulations! Yeah. Hold your applause. Right? This video that I'm making today is about limiting your opportunities and why you should. That's what I want to talk to y'all today about. Don't limit your opportunities. Now, I've smoked weed for like half of my life. I'm in my 30s, and I started smoking when I was like 15, 16. Right? This isn't a shot to anybody who's smoking weed. Smoke all the weed you want. This ain't about you for right now. This is about me and limiting opportunities. See, when you smoke weed, right, you cut yourself out of a lot of different jobs that you could apply for. And I'm sure most of the people watching this video probably already know that, right? This is something I put off for a long time. I was always like, man, why can't I smoke weed? Why can't I smoke weed? It's not about smoking weed. It's about balancing your life. I've come to understand that. It's about balancing your life. And when your life gets off balance, something happens, something changes, something breaks. Right? You can smoke weed every day and never have an issue. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about limiting your opportunities. Weed, marijuana, it limits the opportunities that you can acquire. Not because weed is bad. It's just because it stays in your system longer than anything else. It stays in your system for like 30 days, depending on how much fat you have. The less fat you have, the less it stays in your system. So when we talk about limiting our opportunities, whatever we're going for in life, we have to give ourselves the utmost chance. We got to do everything within our power to make sure that we can achieve or obtain it. And because I was smoking weed, there's a lot of jobs that I will not be able to obtain because I'm smoking weed. So today, I forgot what today is. Let me see real quick. Today is Wednesday, June 25th, right? So this is gonna be my first day. My first day of not smoking weed, right? And what helps me not smoke weed is cigarettes. Because I'm so used to smoking, like just the movement, the behavior, the action. I'm so used to doing it. I need to smoke something, right? But that's just my issue. I mean, I could do it cold turkey, but this makes it easier, right? It makes it easier for me to actually do this. So because I'm not smoking, right, I have more energy to make videos and to do content and stuff like that. And I also have the time. But I'm making this video to talk to anybody who knows that they are limiting their opportunity. It don't have to be with weed. It don't have to be with weed. just anything that limits your opportunities. It may even be you yourself that's limiting your opportunities. And what are opportunities? They are moments for increase. They are events to where you can better progress into what you are looking for. An opportunity is a chance to make your life better. At least your situation or what you're dealing with day to day. That's what an opportunity should be, right? The things that we do habitually, things we just do by habit, they may be the things that are limiting our opportunities. We may not be talking about jobs, we could be talking about relationships. You know what I mean? Partnerships. And just the way that you interact with other people, it may be the catalyst to why you couldn't achieve that relationship, or you couldn't get that promotion, or you couldn't get that job, or, you know what I mean? You couldn't make that friend, whatever it is. Sometimes it's our habits that limit us. You know what I mean? Sometimes it can be out of your control. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up about things you can't control. But things that you can control and things that you have some say in, you gotta do the right things. And that's why I wanna get back into making daily videos. I took a small little break because I needed a small little break. But now I'm coming back better than ever. Better than ever. Like, I want to walk around and talk, but it's a little too hot for all that. And I'm wearing a hoodie because it's extremely cold in my house. So, whatever. I'm not talking about that. The opportunities that are presented to you, you may lose them because you're not doing everything that you need to do to keep them. And I realized my mistake. I realized my flaws. And now I'm trying to correct every single one, day by day. That's my mission now. My mission is to correct all the mistakes that I made the best way that I can, to try to atone for all the wasted time and messed up relationships, right? In my smoking of weed, I've lost a lot. I've lost a lot. I don't want to say it was because of weed. I want to say it's because of my negligence while smoking weed. I didn't have all my wits about me when I was in La La Land. You know what I mean? I smoked because it made life better. In an experience sense, the way I experienced life, it felt more pure, it felt more enjoyable, it felt more fulfilling, until it began to take things away from me, take my opportunities, take my relationships, take my time, take my energy. This is what I allowed it to do. It was never weed itself. It was what I allowed. That's another thing. We have to understand balance. We have to understand balance. Balance is what makes this whole thing called life work. They even have a term, work-life balance. Because all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And all play and no work, you ain't gonna have nothing in your pockets. So there needs to be a balance. There always needs to be a balance, no matter what it is. Even the earth itself has a balance. It sits, I believe, don't quote me on this because I may be incorrect, I may be remembering it wrong. But I remember, or at least I think I remember, The Earth sits on a 23.5 degree axis. That is the balancing point of the Earth. Everything must have a point of balance. Everything must have a point of balance. And when you get off balance, you have to get yourself back in balance. Yes, that's what this is about. You know, when you're in perfect balance, you're not limiting your opportunities or what you can have or what you can do. Your limits are your limits. That's what they are. They're your limits. And when you find a way to break or push the limits, you begin to see a new perspective in what it is that you're doing or what it is that you're experiencing. When you can push the boundary or push the limit. Push it to the limit. Yes. Taking it beyond what you thought you could. I don't know if that pertains to opportunities, but maybe breaking the limits opens up more opportunities. When you break the limit, meaning there is a new balance. Once you break it, you have to make a new balance. That's what that's about. So when we talk about limiting our opportunities, we want to give ourselves the utmost chance to acquire or to achieve whatever it may be that we're looking for, right? Whether you want to be a doctor, a lawyer, whatever, you got to go through schooling to get that piece of paper that says you're certified. Doctors and lawyers, they got to go through the most schooling. That's why I use that as an example. But I realized that I need to make more videos. I need to make more videos because I realized the viewership that I got when I was constantly making videos every single day, I really liked the feedback that I got. I really liked the engagement that I got. So I feel like I need to go back to doing daily videos. Now that I have the time and the energy to do it, I'm going to do it. Yes, I'm going to do it. So, putting it in the record books, this is day one. Day one of me not smoking weed. Because I need to get my life back in order. I need to get my life back on track. And this is the best way for me to do it. Every day that I don't smoke weed is a day of progression. I made progress for every day that I don't smoke. And it only takes me about 2 weeks to clean my system out. So, 2 weeks of detoxing, drinking water, a little bit of exercise here and there, maybe going for walks, cranberry juice, just detoxifying my system and getting back to a more pure sense of self. Maybe I needed to detox. Maybe I needed to clean my system out and get a more healthier sense of self. I want to live good. I want to have all my needs at once met. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I don't limit my opportunities. This is just an example from my personal life, right? I know what I need to do to progress in life. There was a point in time where I would fight this thing tooth and nail. I'd say, no, I'm going to smoke. Even with hardly no money in my pocket to buy more smoke, I'm still on some adamant, and I'm only fighting myself. I'm only fighting myself when I do that. So when you limit your opportunities, it's like you're fighting yourself. How long are you going to fight yourself? That's a question that you'll have to answer. But before I close out this video, before I shut it down, I'm making this video so you understand not to limit your opportunities. With what you understand, what you see, don't limit your opportunities. You never know which one may be the opportunity that you actually need. You never know. So therefore, stop limiting your opportunities. This is the only way we can go further and rise higher. We cannot limit ourselves by lessening the opportunities that we have. Whatever opportunities you have, don't turn your back on them. See what they're about. Look into them. Look into them. I'm glad you joined me for this video. I'm glad you rocked with me, right? I realize that these videos that I make, they are good, and they are good for people. So I'm gonna get back into the habit of making daily videos. If only just one person is watching, I'm doing it for you. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bids you adieu. I hope you're waking up every day with a plan, a purpose, and a smile. If you're not waking up with a plan, a purpose, and a smile, hey, at least you're waking up. Till next time, y'all. Class dismissed.